the time for some money, but the money doesn't buy back all the time that it takes. So I hit up Amazon and get some temporary dopamine.
Whoa. Dogs are the best. So what's up, everyone? I go by Cayman. This is my top 5 health tips. Keep in mind, I'm not a medical expert. Take everything I say with a grain of organic Himalayan sea salt. A little background about me. Over the past 7 years, I've switched my diet up about every 4 to 5 months. I do have my certification as a CPT, but no, I'm not a doctor. This is just my opinion and what I do. Now, I've tried keto, Savic, Ayurvedic, vegetarian, vegan, carnivore, standard American, paleo, herbs, pescatarian, Mediterranean. I've dry fasted, water fasted. I've done colonics, smoothie diets. I've dipped into breatharian stuff, to full body bodybuilder protein shake stuff. I've cured a lot of the symptoms I've had, from bloating, gas, IBS, fatigue. Had some rashes, cured stuff with my prostate. I've helped others with similar symptoms, liver issues, etc. I've survived living downtown in a city, going around people every single day for my work. Haven't got sick in 20 plus years. As far as I'm aware, I haven't got what's going around right now either. Now, I'm not saying I'm some type of guru or this is perfect or that it'll work for you. This is just, if something was like working for you, it doesn't hurt to share it, right? So to start off, we're going to go over the elements, which is going to encompass water for air. It's going to be breathing for earth, nature, and sunlight for fire. Starting with water. So staying hydrated is crucial in almost all body functions. You can get hydrated with certain vegetables and fruits, but here we're going to be focusing on water. Blood is more than 90% water. Blood carries oxygen to different parts of the body. Blood is your life force. Blood is life. Ask any vampire or politician. Purification of the blood and oxygen to all parts of the body is mandatory in keeping good health. When you're dehydrated, it's much easier to get sick, to get a disease, wrinkling, infections, disorders, stiff joints, body pain, you name it. How much water should you have every day? About half your body weight in ounces. So let's take me, for example. I weigh around 150 pounds. So half of that is 75 ounces. Now, I have a water bottle here that's 33 ounces, so I would need like 2 to 3 of these a day. That's also depending on other hydrating drinks or food. Also depends on how much you're working out. Women may need to drink more during their menstrual cycle to compensate for elevated hormone levels. So start with a commitment to drink a minimum of 4 to 6, 8 ounces of water every day. But yeah, half your body weight in ounces. I'm sure you can figure that out and then adjust accordingly as needed. Now, how much of the body is water? Well, roughly 45 to 75%. So imagine being 75% water and the water you're taking in is contaminated and trash. How do you think you're going to feel? You might even feel like shit right now, which most tap water and marketed bottled water is trash. Toxins, random metals, chlorine, calcium deposits, bacteria, fluoride, pesticides, herbicides. This is all terrible for you. Not only is it dead water, but it's sick water. This can form kidney stones, crystals throughout your body. If it hurts when you get a massage, this could be why. If you can get natural spring water from a natural spring, that's going to help a ton. But some of the metals and rocks, even that could possibly not be digested. Nowadays, you always get more than what you bargain for, right? But I'd still say that a natural spring is way better than anything in a store. Now, my top pick and what I've been drinking for years now is distilled water from a local place that I trust. You can also on Amazon or something get your own distiller. And once you see all the shit that it takes out of the water, you'll be amazed. Distilled water is void of everything. It's pure water. Even the earth, when it rains, that's Earth's distillation process. That's what the earth uses to clean itself. Distilled has a negative charge and it will strip all the bullshit out of your body. So the first few days you drink it, you might feel a little sick and have to use the bathroom as it's pulling all the toxins and metals and the other shit out of your body and helping to cleanse you. People will say it strips the good minerals too. Well, it strips less than 5%. And if you're on a good diet getting the minerals you need from food, then this isn't an issue. I would recommend, if this is something you are worried about though, to get a little thing of trace minerals, put a couple drops in and remineralize it yourself. Sites like dancingwithwater.com also have bamboo salts and other good minerals. Now, to ionize it and make the water living, you could structure it yourself with a tensor ring. This is what a tensor ring looks like. You can also get these up dancingwithwater.com. Etsy has a lot of great, artists craftsmen that make these as well. Different EMFs, frequencies, radio waves, etc. can change the frequency of water. That's where you'll get all your 5G conspiracies and stuff like that, but it's true. If all these wireless signals and stuff around you can change the frequency of what you're made of, well, then how do you fight back? That's why tensor rings are huge. You can also get shungite, some kind of crystals and stones. You can also use a Miron glass bottle. That's what this is here. I even got Triskelion on the bottom of it. The good thing about the Miron glass bottles is you can leave it in the sun and it will take all the UV rays from the sun to ionize it and make the water living without taking all the bad rays that we have known to become cancerous if we get too much of them. So essentially, picture being 75% living, pure, mineralized, ionized, healthy water versus 75% dead, poisonous water. Water is probably the biggest thing on this list. What's next? All right, moving on to the air element, breathing. Now, you can live without food for a long ass time. You can live without water for days. Air, maybe in a matter of minutes, right? Depending on who you are. But breath in itself is a technology. Let me just say that again. Breath in itself is a technology. Most people only think it's like a passive thing we just gotta do to live and don't ever take the time to learn about it, research it, understand it. Breath is life. In my opinion, it unlocks all the secrets to the universe. Every answer lies in the breath. I could go on and on about that for a while, maybe in a later video, but nose breathing. 100% of the time I breathe, I'm breathing in and out through my nose. You lose about 40% of the oxygen when breathing through the mouth. Your facial structure actually changes when you breathe through the mouth in a bad way. There's no filter in the mouth and all the contaminants and stuff just go straight into your lungs. When breathing through your nose, it works as a filter, keeping a large amount of sickness and shit in the air from affecting you. Then twice a day, I flush my nose, I get some distilled water, I snort it when it breaks up all the shit in my nose and my facial cavities, then I blow it out. There's also so many breathing techniques that go all the way back to ancient China and India, yoga, ways to completely control your nervous system, curing anxiety, staying in the parasympathetic versus the sympathetic, being able to activate these at will. A good person to look up on this is the Black Airbender on Instagram. Moving on to the earth. Believe it or not, we are a part of nature. We are a part of the earth. Nature gives us a sense of well-being. It's refreshing. It's where we can go to find connection and be at peace. What I want to focus on here is more about grounding. That's when you take your shoes and socks off and you put your feet in the earth. 20 minutes of grounding a day, getting your feet on the earth is huge for clearing your body of EMFs and stagnant energy. It helps rebalance you. Earth's surface possesses a limitless and continuously renewed supply of free or mobile electrons. The surface of the planet is electrically conductive, except in limited areas such as deserts. Thereby, it can reduce acute and chronic inflammation. Throughout history, humans mostly walked barefoot or with footwear made of animal skins. The ground's abundant free electrons are able to enter the body, which is electrically conductive. When the body is grounded, its electrical potential becomes equalized with the Earth's electrical potential through a transfer of electrons from the Earth to the body. Now, what does that mean? It means it's good for you. It means you should do it. You want more of this? You can Google it, or you can look up the Nobel Prize winner Richard Feynman in his lectures on electromagnetism. Fire, sun. The sun is important for vitamins. Vitamin D. It helps regulate the amount of calcium and phosphate in the body. Your skin is the largest organ. These nutrients are needed to keep bones, teeth, and muscles healthy. A lack of vitamin D can lead to bone deformities. What other deformities? Have you seen Gollum? Gollum got no sun. Just 15 minutes in the sun. If you're darker, probably up to an hour. Humans. Hue, H-U-E. Hue is a shade. We're all different shades of human. Depending on your melanin, you can increase this with different types of nutrients and algae, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Sun gazing. Okay, so getting in the sun for your vitamin D, 15 minutes, up to an hour, and then sun gazing, staring in the sun in the morning and at sunset. You start with your eyes kind of closed and then you slowly open them. Start with 10 seconds, build up to a minute, receive the sun. Don't try and pierce it. This can regulate your hormones and your circadian rhythm. It can combat fatigue and drowsiness, help skin conditions like acne, psoriasis, and eczema, increase vitamin D and bone health, decrease risk for certain cancers, improve or maintain eyesight, improve or maintain health. It can rebalance your coding. There's also tons of myths and things you can supposedly do with this, but I haven't tried them, and I only speak on shit that I've tested. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. We're going to keep this one around 10 minutes. So that was just the elements. We still have the other 4 to go over: movement, nutrition, fasting, and mindset. If I did this whole video, it'd probably be an hour. So I'm going to try to break it up. But yeah, if you have any questions, you want to learn anything else, whatever, leave it in the comments. I guess the point of this video is become the last airbender. So also, if you have other things that all of these things benefit, please leave those in the comments too, because I'm, even though I try when I can to teach, I still live by forever being a student. Thanks again.